marketing. Direct marketing is a discipline, a subset of marketing, which permits us to carry out certain marketing tasks more efficiently. It does by gathering, analyzing information about individual customers and prospects. These informations enable us to identify which of the people on our customers and prospect files are likely to be interested in particular product, service, or offer. We can then select only those who will find our message appropriate and communicate with them alone. We can also use our customers' information to develop profiles and use this to identify the best search of new customers. No wonder that direct marketing is such a hot topic today. Everyone in marketing is talking about it. They may call it integrated marketing, one-to-one marketing, customer relations marketing or management, loyalty marketing, personal marketing, database marketing, or some other buzz phrases. But what they are talking about is the fact that all marketers now have to include direct marketing skills in their armory. Even in its current forms, direct marketing has been around for a long time, but it has really been with us since marketing began. Hundreds of years ago, a manufacturer of, for example, clothing and a fun tableware would use one-to-one marketing methods, seeking out selected customers, identifying their purchase needs, and developing specifics of our selected customers. After the first round, one-to-one marketing came mass productions, which successfully, it must be said, adopted the "this is what we make, now go and buy it" approach. But today, as customers have become more affluent and more individualistic, they have also become more knowledgeable and more discerning, and the broad brush approach does not work so well anymore. This is the end from slide 1 of what is direct marketing, so you can go through to the next slides of slide 2, and it will be explained for my friends.
For the opportunity given to me, now I will talk about direct marketing. What is direct marketing? Direct marketing is a discipline, a sub-type of marketing, which permits us to carry out certain marketing which more efficiently. It does this by gathering, analyzing, and asking information about individual customer and prospect. This information usually as to identify which of the people on your customer and prospect file are likely to be interested in a particular product, service, or offer.
Does direct marketing fit into marketing? Marketing is the process of identifying customer needs and satisfying them in a way which is acceptable to both parties. Customers feel that their needs have been recognized and fulfilled at a fair price. The supplier makes a fair profit. Collecting and applying customer and prospect data enables us to identify customer needs and, once more preciously, communicate our proposed solution more cost efficiently. Direct marketing can support all aspects of the marketing process. It is not an alternative to marketing, but an integral part of it. If there is a difference between the two, it is that marketing tends to focus at the broader market's level, whilst direct marketing is more tightly focused at individual level. It achieves this by using sophisticated information management techniques. The techniques, in turn, require the use of computer system and software, and modern direct marketers all allocate a high priority to the task of developing their marketing database. Fortunately, the customer reduction in the cost of PCS and more use-friendly modern software make it possible to run highly sophisticated database and information system on low-cost hardware and software.
Why is direct marketing growing? In the past, many people were content to buy new, untried products and services based only on the advice of a salesperson. Knowledgeable buyers were few and far between. Today's buyers are much better informed and much more selective. There are a number of reasons for this.
1. Choice. In almost every field, there are more options available and more competitive prices offered to customer. And 2. More information available. This start with which? Magazine, but now there are many magazines in both consumer and business markets, carrying articles and features comparing the strengths and weakness of products available. Few people today will choose a new PC without first buying a couple of magazines that carry product test reports and offer skill advice. And 3. Greater pressure on consumers' budget. Although most households tend to have more disposable income than they did 20 years ago, there is a greater range of goods that are now considered essentials. Few people would consider a television set and video record a luxury today. Business-to-business magazine in both consumer and business markets, carrying articles and features comparing the strengths and weakness of products available. Few people today will choose a new PC without first buying a couple of magazines that carry product test reports and offer skill advice. And 3. Greater pressure on consumers' budget. Although most households tend to have more disposable income than they did 20 years ago, there is a greater range of goods that are now considered essentials. Few people would consider a television set and video record a luxury today. Business-to-business marketers are also finding their customers are experiencing greater pressure on costs than ever before, causing buyers of all types to be more selective.
The alt-reliable unique selling proposition, USP, or single-minded proposition, is a bit out of step with this situation. The USP was designed to persuade large number of people to buy, or at least change their attitudes about a product or service, all of them for the same reason. Nowadays, we can say with confidence that whilst large number of people may buy a product, They do not all do so for the same reason. However, whilst buying patterns and preference have been changing, the major advance in technology mean that companies can now identify the real needs and motivation of diverse groups of customers and fulfill those needs cost efficiently. This means that an organization can afford to split its customers and prospect into segments with similar needs and develop differential communications to each segment. Direct marketers have not abandoned the idea of the USP, we have simply adapted into our equipment and techniques so that we can now develop a whole series of selling propositions which closely match the real needs of our specific customer segments. High cost of personal selling have led companies to take advantage of direct marketing techniques such as direct response advertising and telemarketing to make the sales force more effective. Direct marketing techniques generate leads.
Information, the driving force behind direct marketing. Marketers have always used market research and publishing information source with the intention of the gaining a greater understanding of customer need, wants, and motivation. What is different about direct marketing? Direct marketing is the ability to take this difference down to the level of the individual. This ability enables us to become customer focused in a much true sense. It also enables us to dislodge protection from whom and over would not be appropriate. This is an aspect of direct marketing that is rarely published by the data protection lobby. Yet, it is a key objective of any sensible direct marketing. For example, why on earth would we want to send information about lawnmowers to people without a garden? The only things that prevent us from being much more target and selective are the shortage of data available to us, or in some case, the rules preventing us from using such data. Of course, we are going to ask individual data to plan and execute campaign. We have a great responsibility. We must make sure that our information is accurate and up to date as possible.
Where does our information come from? We have main source of information: external market research and database, and our own internal customer database. What is information? For our purpose, we can say that information entirely comes from some form of sensor or transducer. This generates some form of response which creates information. In fact, the sensor is creating to the arrival of some input pattern of energy or power. It will be further to say it picks up the information, but will ignore these facts. Once adopts this starting points.
View of individual data. As we can see, when we have access to real data about individual customers and prospects, we can be much more selective. The fact that I am the freelance marketing consultant working from home tells you a lot more about me than the fact I live in a detached house. This is useful to know if you sell home security system, for instance, or probably several £1,000. Individual issues with relevant information at the time when it will be most useful, offer, styles, and so on, with similar needs, problem and characteristic, and develop messages that address individuals. And the last, how we ask them respond or reach. Knowing my occupation, you could reasonably assume that I have modern PC with a good printer and expensive software. I'm also likely to have a fax, a telephone, and swearing. Having individual information enable us to be selective about one, whom we communicate with, two, when we speak to them, three, what we say to them to a machine, a laptop, computer, and so on. In other words, we can segment our customers and prospect into clusters with similar needs, problem, and characteristic.
Okay, thank you for your attention for me. Now let me introduce myself. My name is Jesus Mampo. NIM is 18040249. My material is the marketing communication plan. The marketing communicating plan is this is like a basic for achieving forecast by maximizing business from the mass profitable customer group and thus optimizing resource. The main driver of the plan is a budget. So in the groups or tasks optimizing resource, the main driver of the plan is the budget. The budget, you must control the budget of the communication plan. In there, you sometimes have the good of the manager or manage something about the budget on your communication plan. The communication plan have a 3-step. First, identifies cost and expected profit associated with each activity. 2. Let us compare forecast with actual performance. Help us decide between alternative strategies by predicting the business it will create. The step 1, identify cost and expected profit associated with each activity. It's something like you identified your profit associated with your activity every day, sounds like your job, your family, your must have a communication. So this the example, the step 1. Thank you for your attention. Now I close my presentation. Thank you.